The breaking news is this: a major development in the federal investigation into Hunter Biden.
We have learned from new court filings at the U.S. District Court here in Wilmington, Delaware, that Hunter Biden has agreed to plead guilty to multiple criminal charges. These are 2 counts of failing to file tax returns in a timely fashion. Those are misdemeanors. He's also going to plead guilty to a charge of a firearm offense. This is the possession of a firearm while you are addicted to a controlled substance.
Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has now pled guilty to 3 federal charges. His lawyers have been negotiating with the Justice Department for many, many months, and the Washington Post has all the details because, well, that's who the Justice Department goes to when they need a newspaper to do their bidding. 2 tax evasion charges for the IRS. Now, that's going to amount to 2 misdemeanors. He won't serve any time for those, even though he didn't pay over $1.2 million to Uncle Sam. And then there is a federal weapons charge. He lied on his form to get a gun. There's a question there about his drug use, and he said, no, I haven't been using drugs, although, well, I think we know that's not true. Now, we don't know how President Biden feels about this yet, but based on his past comments, we can tell you that he's very, very proud of his son.
We have great confidence in our son.
Prosecutors think they have enough to charge your son, Hunter, for tax crimes and a false statement about a gun purchase.
I am not concerned about any accusations been made against him. I'm proud of my son. It's used to get to me.
And I had my son, Hunter, is the smartest guy I know.
He's a grown man.
He's probably smoked more Parmesan cheese than anyone.
He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity. This is a kid who got, not a kid, he's a grown man. He got hooked on drugs. As long as he's good, we're good. My younger son, Hunter Biden, stand up, guys. I'm proud of him. I'm confident that what he says and does are consistent with what happens. First of all, my son's done nothing wrong. By the way, this thing about a gun, I didn't know anything about it, but it turns out that when he made my application to purchase a gun, what happened was you get asked the question, are you on drugs, you use drugs? He said no. I trust him. I have great confidence in my son. I have faith in him. He's on the straight and narrow, and he has been for a couple of years now. And it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him. And I'm just so proud of him.
Now, listen, what father isn't proud of his son? Even when his son messes up. I'm a son. I've messed up. I'm a dad. My kids have messed up. We get that. But he's the president of the United States. He's the chief law enforcement officer, and you would think his son's behavior, especially when it runs afoul of the law, well, his son should serve as an example for the rest of us who aren't privileged enough to have Biden as the last name. There may be more charges coming. We'll see. But one thing we know for sure here is don't try to do what Hunter Biden did, especially on that gun charge. I assure you that you won't see much mercy from DOJ, FBI, or ATF. Instead, you'll be SOL.